for comedians left. You guys still with me? Yeah. Yes, thanks guys. One of the guys who made this all possible. Put your hands together. Very funny, Larry Flick, everybody.
I know some doctors, and that sounds like one of those bullshit stories for how somebody got something stuck in their ass. Oh, it was just I tripped. I was also misidentified as somebody with a foot fetish. I don't want athlete's foot to become an STD. Yeah, there's a lot of hate towards STDs, but like, you know who doesn't get STDs? Like smelly, ugly people with no personality. Like you should come out of my makeshift urinal here like, it burns. Somebody loves me. All right, I got to address it. There's been a lot of comments about this basement. These are all my choices. And also my paintings, which I kind of feel about them like if I had a goth son or whatever. Like, I'm kind of secretly proud of them, and I made them, but I'd rather you didn't know we were connected. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, it's a mixture of, it's all cheap stuff. Yeah, it's all cheap stuff. That's the answer to some question, like an hour ago. All right, let's get it out of the way. I know I look like Mark Zuckerberg if he owed you $20. Which, like Mark Zuckerberg, it also means that I look like I was rooting for the white people in Get Out. Which I wasn't, I think. I wasn't. I mean, how was I supposed to know our 400-year winning streak was ending?
Winning streak?
Yeah. This is true, according to the Dominicans across the street at the bodega, apparently it looked like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo if he got old. And, they like it when I do this. They're like, honey came in and she got me red-handed. In the bathroom floor. That's Shaggy covering Shaggy. My name really is Laramie Flick. That's on my birth certificate. I'm not a old British lady, or sorry, an old detective in a novel written by an old British lady. I don't know. I am tired of people telling me how great my name is. They're like, your name is by far the best. Think about you. Which sadly is true, which I think that's why I get irritated. I'll meet somebody for the first time and they're like, Laramie, like the Laramie Project? Which, if you don't know what that is, it's a play and a movie based on a true story about a young gay man beaten to death in Laramie, Wyoming. Spoiler alert, it's not a comedy. Not been on the Hallmark Channel. So, you know, the incident, it needs to be remembered. On the other hand, we just met. Like, do you need to bring up the fucked up way you're going to remember my name? You know, it'd be like if I met a Jenny and I was like, oh, Jenny, like that girl with AIDS that molested Forrest Gump? Watch that movie again. Imagine the genders reversed. It's actually fun. This is dark, but it's true. It would be like if I met one of the 18 people on Facebook whose horrible parents named them Anne Frank. True? Be like, oh yeah, like that girl that was great at writing, but bad at hide and seek. Oh, Lordy. I'm about 9 weeks now out of a 4-year relationship, so I'm constant fun. I'm just an urn full of chuckles. You always wonder if the lady is doing better than you, and the answer is yes. I've got like friends and coping mechanisms. Like, all you have to do is look at like breakup songs written by men versus women. And the men's songs are always like, you were the best I ever had, the best I ever will have. And the women's songs are like, yeah, I was the best you ever had. Now I'm going to get a real man. Not Prince Charming if he came from a long line of cousins. I'm one of the many things I'm worried about for the rest of my life is stumbling onto her dating profile because I think it will directly reference the reason she decided to move on with her life. It will be something like, please don't always sound like you just came out of anesthesia. Yeah, please don't be a comedian, obviously. Please don't kiss like a hamster drinking at a watering station. Just for the record, I don't kiss like this. Like. Oh, Lordy. Why am I here? She brought my stuff back 3 weeks ago. That was the fight. It wasn't much stuff. It was a box. But that was finality. I couldn't lie to myself anymore. It's like I put up missing cat posters all over the neighborhood. Then I figured out where the smell was coming from.
Oh.
It's not a real cat. It's all theoretical. A few days I'm gonna fly to London to try to forget everything. I did this in London a little bit the last time I was here, and I made the mistake of calling David Attenborough. I called him Mr. David Attenborough, which, if you don't know who he is, he's the beloved naturalist who narrated Planet Earth. He was knighted, so it's Sir David Attenborough, and I called him Mr. David Attenborough, and it was like I suggested Planet Earth was filmed on Epstein's Island. And just like the looks they gave me were so cold and dismissive. It's obviously a lot easier to get called sir in America. You pretty much just show up anywhere without pants, and somebody's like, "Sir, sir, the exit is this way. Sir, please stop trying to knight people with your penis." That's funny if you know how somebody's knighted. They are tapped on both shoulders by a monarch. But in the joke, it's my penis. Alright, last thing. Are we sure karate protects little kids from bad people? Like on the one hand, maybe the bad person sees all the karate moves, like, oh, I better stay away from that one. On the other hand, maybe he sees Jimmy with his black belt, it's like, oh good, something to tie him up with. No. When I made that KKK joke, or I made that Get Out joke, it made it sound like I was in the KKK, which, just for the record, I'm not in the KKK, because they're literal Nazis. Literal Nazis about paying your dues on time. That's right, I was kicked out of the KKK because auto bill doesn't work. All right, thank you, bye. Please don't steal anything.